Good evening. While cooking conspiracy, we're doing a bit of an experiment tonight. We're going to try to make shrimp risotto. I'm sure there's multiple different ways to do this, and that's great. We're going to try it this way. So we got to get our ritual, our Dexter vibes going, you know. Yeah. And we'll start with our ingredient prep here, all right? Got some cloves of garlic. Yeah, it's not working. Well, hello, Rubina. How are you? Well, we'll work on that. All is good. Work's a little bit busy, but that's okay. That's why we're coming a little bit later. But we're just gonna make a risotto here. Should be pretty good. It's almost a weekend. America's birthday. Should be a good weekend. One of the better weekends of the year. One of my favorite holidays. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to build a little bit of rapport, buddy. You know, that's like saying, "Hey, I'm a hot local single in your area. I'm a hot local mom that just wants to bang." Nice try, NSA. Nice try. All these hot local singles on, you know, that want to bang you in your neighborhood, but I can never find them on Bumble, Hinge, or in real life. I'm suspicious. Yeah. The garlic, let's go ahead. I guess we could grate them. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and grate the garlic today. No, we'll slice them thin. What's up, Antonia? How you doing? I could show you some tricks. If I wanted tricks, I'd be blowing David Copperfield. I thought about it, but I don't want to run my fingers up. No, I'm not using fucking microplaner. Do you know why? Because that's one more thing that I gotta keep in my kitchen. If you really wanted that thin and wanted to wash an extra dish, sure, you could do a microplaner and it would get it thinner. You know, I'll give you that. But quite frankly, you don't need a microplaner to cut garlic. You know, it's nice, but that's also how you lose a finger. You know. There. So garlic. I mean, I just like to have all my ingredients, or at least the ones that are time sensitive, cut up, ready to go. No, if you know how to use it, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, guess what? They're gonna be cooked in oil, so that'll release plenty of aromatics. You've been watching too many cooking shows if you think that's necessary. Or you can just use a little bit more. And maybe if you were trying to use a little bit less garlic, yeah, maybe there's some truth to it, maybe not. But if the garlic's going to stay in the dish for more than 20 seconds, it's gonna start releasing a lot of flavor. What's up, Big Bad Berry? I'm feeling hostile. So we got some basil here. I'm gonna roll that up like a cigar. What's up, Christy? We're just doing like a risotto. First time doing it, so we'll see how it turns out. But I'm running out of food in my house. Haven't made it to the grocery store in a few days, so we're adapting, overcoming. The basil. I got a handful of fresh parsley from the garden outside. Let's go ahead, run a knife through that a little bit. Honestly, you can do all this later because chicken stock. Chicken stock, Parmesan. I got some stale white wine that I could use, but I'm just going to use lemon juice instead. Definitely could use white wine. Lemon juice will work just as well, though. It'll be a little bit brighter, a little bit more citrusy or lemony. But it'll give a similar acid content to the white wine, so it'll cook the same way, you know? This is a rarity, the whole clean as you go, but I really want to wake up to a clean kitchen tomorrow, so even though it's my damn living room. Bench scraper, paper towel works. Yeah. I mean, you keep mentioning shit I need that I can do without. That's just more shit to wash, take up space in the drawer. Let's make sure you get all your tools. Okay, cool. I got a wooden spoon. That's all what I really need. What's going on, Adam? Welcome back. Not cleaning, but once again, the knife works just as well. Yeah, Melissa, but that's still better than less chance to make me sick than the people that can provide you oral sex. So, you know. Let's let that pan preheat a little bit. Where the men are men. Scotland, where the men are men and the sheep are nervous. What's going on, Andrea? Oh, you're fine. We're just doing a little rice risotto action. That goes without saying. But we got some shrimp here. Yeah, you're the loser scrolling through and saying, oh, this guy cooks chicken raw just to get a reaction. And guess what? Nobody's gone down on you in 10 years. And probably it smelled so bad the fish market had moved 3 towns over. More or less. So I'm going to do the shrimp first. And, you know, and that way I get the shrimp seafood flavor in with oil. Then reintroduce the shrimp there at the end. But it'll be pretty good. Oh man, Emma, you really went through the whole bench of insults there. Would you like me to put on a helmet? Would that make you feel better about your life? You definitely don't want to leave it in the whole time. I don't want to leave it in and get shitty. I'll do the shrimp real quick and then pull it out. Okay, I won't be negative. She started it, Andrea. You know, I'm a live and let live. Oh, yeah, either that or she's about 65 and is bitter, still upset she didn't get prom day because she was 400 pounds. You know what? This is what we got for rice. A medium grain white rice. It'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know about that. I appreciate it. Whoever said they're a chef that finds us entertaining. I must have missed that. Thank you, OGSI team. Hey, mushrooms are good. Well, yeah, if you're wearing your back brace and you're lifting with proper form, you want to lift with your legs, not your back. And a little cushion for the pushing is okay, but if you need to move around with a pallet jack, it's probably not within your operational risk management. Yeah. Cool story, Emma. Yeah, it's pretty close to the top. Yeah, sometimes you screw up, and guess what? If the chicken's undercooked, just put it back in the stove, put it back on the stove, put it back in the oven. It'll be okay. Yeah, I do like Indian cuisine, you know. Yeah, I mean, the shrimp's going in first. I'm pulling out the shrimp, and then the garlic will go in. And then the onion. Well, The shrimp will go in first. Pull that out. Then the onion. Well, I need to chop the onion. That reminds me here. Uh, yeah. Because the garlic will burn, and I don't want burnt garlic. I'm gonna put the garlic in right before I put the rice in. Somebody can give me a reason why not to do that. That sounds legitimate. I'll probably listen. Don't do something stupid and use a shitty rotten onion or whatever. Don't ruin the dish with one bad, cheap ingredient. It's better off, if your onion's not good, just leave it out. Diced onions ready to go in. So they make you cry. Yeah, so they don't make you cry. If you keep the root together, they're not as bad. So our shrimp, let's season that up. That pan's hot enough. We're just gonna go salt, chili pepper. And I guess we can do black pepper. What you season your shrimp with really won't matter because you're going to be cooking them in with a risotto. Yeah, Emma, and you can't do shit in life. You've contributed nothing to this world. I'm willing to bet you're on government subsidies. Can you tell us one good thing you did for somebody else today, Emma? I'll wait. I'll listen. Have you talked to anybody in real life today? Fuck no, you haven't. Okay, I'll consider that. I'm gonna have to Google what that is. Oh yeah. I mean, but then again, if you're using the same shakers over and over again, you get the feel. And we're gonna fry them real quick. Probably not even a minute, to be honest. Hey, you know what? Even if I'm the loser, Emelisa, your fat ass is still the loser watching the loser on YouTube. You're not winning this argument. Just let the shrimp cook all the way through without molesting them. It won't take very long at all. No shit, her 4 chins are dangling down like she's got 2 scrotums on the left and right scrotum on her chin. You got one right here, and, quadruple chins going, oh, kind of like the red guy from Futurama. That's what I envision Emelisa looking like. Oh. Chin nuts, exactly, Jethro. Kind of going for hot, fast, pull out, and then they'll finish cooking in the risotto here. I just wanted the shrimp flavor and the oil there. And now I will turn down the heat. Well, the shrimp are cooked. Got oil flavored. And you know, I appreciate the tips. This is the first time I'm doing risotto in a while. Last time it didn't really turn out all that great, to be honest. And now we'll turn it down to a medium-low, low-medium. Maybe a 3 out of 10 on the scale. And you know, OGSI, that's why I did the shrimp first, is because I want that shrimp flavor and oil that's going to go into the rice along with the onions, you know. Well, Monte, we shouldn't be shaming cocksuckers. If they enjoy doing that, that should be their prerogative. And yeah, I mean, we shouldn't be using cocksucker as an insult, you know. Yeah, well, when you're a home cook, you can cook how you want, you know, and it's good. But, like, a lot of the time you do learn shit, though, listening to people throwing shit out, though. You know, you just gotta sort through the bullshit and what are the real things. What's going on, Ryan? Welcome back. They'll be fine. They won't get rubbery if they're not cooking, you know. They get rubbery when they're in the heat, you know. They're just chilling on the plate. They'll cool down. It's like when you buy boiled shrimp or pre-cooked shrimp, you know, ahead of time. Believe it or not, they're cooked, and then they're chilled out or not cooked for a while, and then you reheat them, and then they're good, just as long as they're not overcooked. Emily, so based on your 2 first names, because I know that's not your last name, that's just a Trailer Park 2 name first name situation. I know the type. Chin balls. Oh. You're right, SRS, but that's why they're not covered, and that's a risk I'm willing to take. I just diced an onion. I'm not too upset about some onions. Yeah. No, thank you, July. I appreciate that. Much better than Googling Emmelisa's chin balls. As always, Motion. Welcome back, bud. And onion's gonna be in there for a while, so I don't think I need to cook them more than this. Then we're gonna add the garlic and let that get real fragrant for about a minute or so. I'll tell you what, though, Emmelisa's never pulled a fork out on time or left the buffet on time in her life. She's the reason why them all that you can eat places has all you can eat, not eat all day signs. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah. I think it's cooking school. I don't know about that. Alright, garlic in. Got about 3-4 small cloves of garlic, sliced fairly thin. I mean, if you wanted the garlic to disintegrate and not have floaties, you could have. Well, I appreciate that, Ryan. If you wanted not to have floaties, you could have grated the garlic. But I don't mind the texture, and I kind of like the little flavor burst when you get them. Oh, you can up to insalted. Oh, fuck. I guess my mom had the money to get me hooked on phonics if I couldn't read. Oh, wait. I didn't need to, because she cared and loved me enough to take me to the local library and teach me to read. And write, for that matter. Thanks, Dark Angel. Shrimp tester. I don't have any pineapple, and I'm not sure if I have any rum right now. Make something though. We'll see. You definitely don't want your garlic to burn. It's gonna be in there a while, so you don't need to cook the shit out of it. So let's go ahead. Add the rice. Got a little bit over a half cup, maybe 2/3 of a cup. So that means I'm gonna need, I don't know, about a cup of stock. I usually do have the pineapple on hand, but I'm ran out of it. Yep. Stir that around. Get some nice little oil on it all. This way, you know, I don't get a bukkake situation splattering all over when I go and put, you know, the liquid in. Before you all get worked up about that, bukkake just means to splash. I don't know. Is that what you want, Jane? Yeah. Just a little bit at a time. And there's going to be a lot of this for a while. Needs more garlic? I don't think so, John W. 4 cloves is enough. Ham, pineapple, and crispy bacon is a good combo. Good for you, Mateen. I'm here for you. John W., I feel like you were the kid that put icy hot on your balls and JV football because you were never going to make the varsity team, and that was the only way you could get any attention, get the cool kids to talk to you, and then maybe because the cool kids talked to you because they're making fun of you, you thought you could maybe get one of the fringe girls to give you a pity, second base opportunity. I could be wrong, though. This rice is going to keep on expanding as you put more and more liquid in. But you're basically just cooking until it feels and tastes right, you know? Oh, John W. had something to say. Well, I can see how that would make the football team like you as well, John W. Different strokes for different folks. Yeah, I believe that would translate right. What's going on, Anton? Welcome back. That one has holes. I guess it doesn't matter, does it? And you're really not going to need to add much extra salt. The chicken stock has salt in it. If you're using the bullshit low sodium type, you might have to add some salt. Hold on. Oh yeah. A little bit at a time, SRS, you're right. No more than a ladle full. Because you definitely do want the rice to absorb it versus evaporate. Now we're making progress. Well, thank you, John W. Well, you said a girlfriend for me, fun. It's probably about 10 p.m., I think. A little late start tonight, but yeah. I mean, just put big bouillon cubes in water. You definitely can do it. Well, sorry about your life, flirting fun. Good night, Andrea. Yeah, I'll look into that. I'll look into that. Like ingredients or just like wooden spoons? Is that just basically a list of shit that I use and people go and click the link and they get the fucking cooktop and I get a 50-cent kickback or something, Jethro? How about Daddy? Yep, I agree. No, not Alfredo pasta, risotto. That's nice. And a couple hinge days here and there, but we'll see. I have standards. No real updates on that front, Ryan. If it was all garlic, I would agree with you, but it's not. You don't need to stir it every single second. Okay. What do you think about what we got going on, Penny? Nothing for you. Make sure you don't leave any lost soldiers up on the sides of your pan. We still got a long ways to go. Got another 15 minutes. We put a little bit of chili powder in on the shrimp. I might add a little bit more at the end, but I'm not really going for spicy on this one. SRS, more creamy. I'll probably put a little bit of Parmesan in at the end too. You know what? You send me $12, I'll eat a clove of garlic. How's that, John? We can negotiate. Let me make sure I have a clove here. And maybe out. So hold on, what I miss here? Yeah, I eat horse. I don't eat dogs. Yeah, I would agree. I gotta ask. $12, John W. And I'll eat that clove. I have in the past, but turns out that was past. I was not aware of all the facts until afterwards. All right, turn the heat up a little bit. You could do it low. It'll just take a little bit longer. But yeah, I don't disagree with you. I'm not a risotto expert by any means. Martin, you're a freak, and I respect that. But I'm not doing that. I'm not eating a Carolina Reaper ad check. $100, I probably would. That'd be about $100. I'll negotiate. Well, it's not like I'm really going anywhere, SRS. So I got a lot of these non-alcoholic beers here. Rain tonight. They actually make fabulous recovery drinks. And you get all the benefits of your workout. So give the non-alcoholic Coronas a try tonight. Well, it's not like I got anywhere to be, SRS. Well, not as gay as the screen name. One, that's not an insult, but it's not as dumb as a screen name called Dark Angel. Yeah, probably about another 10-15 minutes. I think you were right, SRS, that it probably should have had it at a higher heat, but kind of more on the medium side than the low side of medium-low. One, because I want to, Dark Angel. And believe it or not, I don't have to justify my life choices to every 14-year-old with nutsack with that balls have not dropped yet. I just explained it just finished running, and it's a great recovery drink. That's possible, Adam. Because that's what I do, Mountie. That's what I do. I am going to use Parmesan today. So, get your favorite box grater out here. I like putting a paper plate over underneath it because then it will collect all the Parmesan. I would think a lot of people would do that for free, Mr. Klondike. I am a productive member of society. Ooh. I think that's where he's going to reply, Adam. Some people do that for free. Well, ad check. At least I didn't get banned from the petting zoo for injecting human DNA into a goat. So... yeah, that should be enough Parmesan. If not, we can always grate a little bit more, yeah? Yeah, before or after, Dark Angel, I feel like you're a 14-year-old that's YouTube's every scam out there. How to get rich quick on YouTube. How to do this. How to do that. And you think the whole secret is, oh, I gotta make really good thumbnails. A little bit more to it than that. I mean, I feel, GMO gets a bad rap. I mean, all of that, we've been GMOing shit for 500 years, 1,000 years. That's just picking plants that grow up, resistance. I mean, I think we've gone overboard, and, I thank you. I appreciate that, Christina. Thank you for your support, John. But yeah, GMOs aren't terrible. I think we've just gotten where we're going way too fast. I mean, it's basically putting Darwinism and evolution on steroids, But the thing that I have a problem with is most of the GMOs have optimized your fruits, your vegetables for long-term storage, so they don't go bad as quickly, and they stay good in transit. If you're trying to solve world hunger, that is absolutely a fabulous thing. But they don't taste as good. I mean, they haven't been optimized by taste. They've been optimized for, one, profit, and part of that is easy to transport and stay good longer. Yeah, well, that's just kind of like all antibiotics that Annalisa has ran through with her chlamydia cases. You know, you don't want them to be out there creating superbugs. I mean, but Roundup resistance, I mean, you're going to end up with the same thing about, we're getting close to that point. Also need to add herbs and also need to, she was in here earlier. Probably had to go back to the clinic though. I'm going to add the herbs and some lemon juice as well. Probably about 5 minutes more before I go to the cheese route. Rice still has too much of a bite to it. It's still absorbing moisture. We'll see what happens after that ladle full is good to go. You know what? Believe it or not, Dottie, rice only cooks so fast. I think that's very possible, Adam. Yep. For acid, got a little bit of lemon juice is what I'm going for, SRS. But probably did cheese, herbs at about the same time. Then finish it up with lemon juice. And that should give it some color throughout. I mean, and then if you want to be real uppity, you could garnish it with lemon zest or whatever. But yeah, the shrimp will go in, if I remember, before the acid. You're correct. I think that's possible, Martin. Lemon juice, herbs, parm. No, you don't need Old Bay. A lime. It's a lime in the Corona. We're getting close. Another minute or two. As long as it takes. Get my steps in. And right now it's going to come down to risotto is a slow process. Must have missed something. Now it's going to come down to like how soft do you like your rice. I mean, you want more of a creamy? Do you want to have a little bit of a bite left to the rice? I like my rice soft, so just a little bit more. Nah. Appreciate it. Just a little bit more. Alright, we're done adding stock. We'll let the rice absorb that last little bit as we stir it in. Then we're gonna add our final products. You know, we'll taste check to make sure, but oh. I'm starting to spam, ad chick. Starting to spam. See you later, Matt. You might be, we don't know. Oh, sorry. What's going on, Reva? How you doing? Yeah, we'll also start to stick to the bottom, Dottie. You got me, Martin. You got me. I mean, but I hate to break it to you on downs. You either got it or you don't. You don't have just a bit of it. And a little bit more stock. There we go. That's the last bit. Last pour. What's up, Jake? Hulk and Delkin Ross. Keep stirring, dog eater. Yeah. That's nice, ARD. What's up, Antonio? Yep, something like that, Adam. Yeah. So, I got the texture I like. The rice is soft, it still has some bite to it. And there's still some broth. I'll take a little bit more. That's just because I want it to be not soup, but as we finish, you'll see. So we got lemon. Let's go ahead and dig the seeds out because you don't want seeds. This is the other half of the lemon from last night. So this isn't going to be a shit ton of juice, but oh shit. I guess I missed a couple seeds. But good thing I like fishing. And I'll get that last one too. So that'll give you some nice acidity there. We can put our parsley in, alright? Stir that in. Your basil in. Stir that in. Parm, you're going to want to stir that in. You might have to add a little bit more liquid or it'll start to stick. But we really want to go for that nice creamy texture here. Make sure you spread it out. You don't want it to clump. Like, as you can see what the texture is starting to look like here. We're getting there, right? Give it a little taster. We're gonna put our shrimp back in there. I'm gonna hit it up with just a little bit of chili powder just to give it a little bit of redness. And we're gonna stir that in. And we're about done. Just a little bit more broth, just a little bit. And that's just to kind of adjust consistency. The last a little bit of that parm in there. We're in a position where we can kill the heat now. Now we gotta figure out how we want to garnish it. Tear some of the parsley. Spread that out. Take your basil leaf. Make a little boat. Make sure people know what they're getting. Black pepper. Over the top. And then a couple more strokes of Parmesan. And then if you really want to be uppity, you could grate some lemon zest, but I don't think it needs it. Because this is what we got going. We're coming in for the close-up. All right. Plate. Thanks, Martin. Thanks, buddy. They were cooked first thing and then they were warmed up. All right, I gotta get my Instagram picture. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. And we'll take this out the stove to cool down. Oh, come on. That's where it's at. Eat like a dog. Call us 69. How original. A 69 joke. You're trying to tell me I should be eating risotto with a chopstick, Dottie? Tell me, Dottie, what do you think people in Italy eat risotto with? Oh, thank you, Alina. Amen. But I will tell you right now, you probably could have made it faster, adjusted the temperature. No, only if you don't want soupy risotto, you know? No, Jake, it's a risotto. So it's rice with some sort of stock, so yeah, added bit by bit. Pay a fraction of what you eat out in a restaurant. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I do like cooking, Danielle. Yeah, it ain't that type of meal tonight, Arc Seth. What's going on, Ant Hunter? Just a nice balance of color. You got your herbs, the basil, parsley, the lemon are putting up real fresh flavors. You got that, but they're not overpowering the shrimp. We'll put a nice little seafood flavor, you know. Shrimp's pretty mild, you know. Like rice cooked in chicken stock, seasoned with garlic, salt, lemon, herbs, creamy Parmesan. You know, I just generally try to relax my throat and let it all go down hard. You don't really need to chew risotto that much if you did it right. Yeah, it was frozen shrimp. Thawed it out. It works just fine for this. Don't we all, Tyler? Don't we all? Yeah, I haven't been following it, but are you related to Joey Tribbiani? Uh, I get that surprisingly often, at least once a week, singer. That's my celebrity look-alike. I don't really see it, and then I say, hey, I don't look anything like him, and then they're like, oh, well, you kind of look like him, but more it's your expressions. I don't know. Mm. Yeah, we'll see, Jake. Uh, was he very good at making risotto, Isaac? Or, you know, can you. But yeah, it is a delicious risotto. Tyler, you're welcome back tomorrow, buddy. No, Yeah. Sorry, buddy. You gotta at least be clever with it. Come on, Jane. We're not. What's up, James Reacher? What are you up to? Yeah, well, when you see stuff, yeah. FS at Tyler. Mm, yeah, I'm much more likely to ban people burning. You can have whatever fucking flag you want. I'm not looking at the flag in his garden, and yeah. Yeah, it involved chains, Dottie. Use your imagination and bicycles. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't be burning your own flag. That's not cool. Interesting Buffalo strategy, Mercury. Too bad. You missed the joke, Dottie. Joke got deleted. Well, James Reacher, that's nice. Yeah, the late night crowd's always interesting. Eh, you're so clever, James. I had no idea. I had no idea that I need to clean up after cooking. Who would have thought? Yeah, well, how do I know you finished yet, Adge? I know you're tugging on yourself. And maybe it's a coincidence because I'm streaming, maybe it's not, or maybe it's just the seventh time that you're on your day and you're training up to be the world record. I'm here to support your quest of becoming a better wanker. No, thank you, Antonio. That's very good. Little shrimp risotto. Easy now. Nah, man. I believe in living and let live. Be nice to everybody. Treat people like you want to be treated. Don't start no shit, there will be no shit. You know. Ad chat. I mean, you're also one of them people that I don't think you really add much good to this world. Can you tell us something nice you've done for somebody today? Yeah, Adam, might want to take that in a direct message up with Martin. So he did this beers because there's no wine. No, I mean, this isn't even real beer. I mean, I think so, James. I think so. But, George Carlin was funny. Done. Peter come to bed. Carlin was a legend, yeah. Back when people could still laugh. But about ready to call it tonight. It was fun. Food was good. It took a little while. Uh, ad check. Just let the people know before you tell us how you're a doctor or a lawyer and how you're rich and all this. Just tell us one good thing you've ever done for the world or another person. We'll wait. You probably can't think of any. I think you should start off by going on a nice nature walk tomorrow, and then maybe that'll help you feel better and center yourself. Oh fuck, both you and Rabina are arguing about dumbass shit, Martin. You're both annoying as fuck right now. Oh, I'm not racist. You're not racist. Oh, you started it. Yeah. Quite frankly, I don't care what y'all believe in as long as you're not spamming blatant racist shit in my chat. Ah, man. See you tomorrow. Ad check. What's going on, Maya? My penny. Yeah. I don't know. This is a 12-year-old wanking it and thinks it's cool to, see how unhinged she can get on the internet. Dad probably beats him just like he probably beats his mother, and this is the biggest release he gets is getting his name read out on a random YouTube channel. Cool beans. Yeah, you should have been pretty obsessed with Martin. Yeah, back when people like that got beat up at school for being assholes. When there was a little bit of self-policing involved. Now people are huge assholes, do shitty things, and then nobody corrects them, and then they go and do even worse things. It's cool, James. Cool beans, buddy. Yes. What do you think, Penny? Yes, you're a sweetheart. You want up? What's up, Kiko? Yeah, there's nothing for me. Yeah, cool beans, Martin. Nobody cares. I mean, plot twist. Most people, most countries around the world prefer their own nation to be surrounded by. Ever wonder why, all the immigrants gather in their communities? I don't know. Ever hear of Chinatown? Little Italy? What? Concur, Martin. I'm just trying to cook food here. Jesus. Ma, you can't come on here and say don't get political right after you said, "Oh, I'm not from America. We're all racist." Yeah, I don't. Can't read that. People belong in cereal. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I don't know why you want to see my toes. Boom. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a legalized process. It should be followed. And that's the last I'll say on that. Oh, yeah, Eastern European. Yeah, you guys really don't give a fuck. Well, are you looking for ideas to do at 1 a.m., Jane? I'm sure somebody in here will have some suggestions if you're bored now, just tonight, or a long term boredom. What's up, Shifali? Shifali? No. We're done cooking, but we just made a shrimp risotto. It was pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's relaxing, rehydrating before bed. You know. Shrimp risotto, Vaughn. And guess what? I know who will really like this. Make sure there's no garlic. Let's pull the garlic out. them do their job back there. Yeah, more or less, yeah. There's seasonings in there, parsley. I see what you did there with that joke, James. Well done. At least that was a little bit cleverer than old Tyler's joke there. You done? Oh, look at that. It's a clean bowl. Back on the shelf it can go. Well, that being said, I think it's time I call it a night. You know, so, trying to be a little bit nicer to each other here so I don't have to block or, time any of you out. I hate having to do that. Not really. I really could care less about timing people out. But it was fun. It was good. See y'all later.